Are you planning to make the biggest purchase of your life in 2023? Well, welcome back to the Home Buying Skills channel. I'm Steve Jolly, your trusted advisor in the world of real estate. Today, we're tackling a question that's on every potential home buyer's mind. Is 2023 the perfect time to buy a home? I know it's a significant decision to make, and the timing needs to be right. After all, a home is not just a place to live. It's an investment for you and your family's future. So over the course of this video, we're going to analyze the current housing market, discuss the potential impacts of interest rates, and explore some possible scenarios for 2023. You'll get insights into the supply and demand dynamics and how they might affect you. And we'll also provide guides for both home buyers and sellers and delve into some local market variations. So if you want to find out whether 2023 is your year to buy a home, stick around and let's dive into this important conversation together. Do you remember what the housing market looked like in 2022? Can you recall the significant ups and downs, the surprises, and the shifting trends? Hold that thought as we're about to take a trip down memory lane. 2022 was a roller coaster for the housing market. We saw unprecedented demand with home sales reaching record highs in the first half of the year. Buyers were out in full force competing for a limited supply of homes, and many sellers were receiving multiple offers, often above asking price. This demand surge led to a significant increase in home prices, making affordability a key concern for many potential home buyers. However, last spring, the Fed raised the federal funds rate, and this makes it more expensive for banks to borrow money, which trickles down to your mortgage. And in a bid to fight inflation, it's gone up 500 basis points since March 17th of 2022. And we began to notice significant shifts in interest rates starting last May, and it hasn't eased up. Since then, inventory levels started to climb, providing more options for buyers. And while the market remains competitive, the extreme bidding wars of the early part of the year disappeared. So why does this matter for you? Understanding where we've been can help us predict where we're going. And the lessons we learned from 2022 will be instrumental in navigating the 2023 housing market. So let's keep these points in mind as we dive deeper into our discussion. Supply and demand. Ever played tug-of-war? The game where two teams pull on opposite ends of a rope, each trying to drag the other over the line in the middle. Well, the housing market is a little bit like that, a constant tug-of-war between supply and demand. And in 2023, the rope is stretching tighter than ever. So let's start with supply. In 2022, we faced a challenging scenario with very low inventory levels, creating a seller's market. However, things are starting to look different now. Several factors are contributing to an increase in housing supply. Homeowners are feeling more comfortable selling as pandemic fears recede, and new construction is ramping up after a few slow years. Now let's discuss demand. Yes, the desire for home ownership is still strong, but increasing home prices and higher interest rates are impacting affordability. We anticipate these factors will cool down some of the demand in 2023, but don't get me wrong, the market isn't crashing, it's just moving towards a more balanced state. So what does that mean for you? If you're a buyer, more inventory means more choices and less competition. You might not have to make a hurried decision or engage in a fierce bidding war. Now, on the other hand, if you're a seller, you might need to be more strategic about pricing and marketing your home. It might take a bit more time and effort to stand out from the crowd. And this tug-of-war will continue, but understanding these dynamics can put you in a stronger position, whether you're pulling from the buyer side or the seller side. And remember, even though we're talking about nationwide trends, real estate is highly local, and your local market conditions might differ, and that's where professional guidance becomes crucial. The impact of interest rates. If you ever stood at the edge of the lake and skipped a stone and watched the ripples it creates, now consider interest rates as that stone and the housing market as the lake. And the impact of interest rates on the housing market is exactly like that. Housing sales and prices ride the wave of interest rates. And in 2022, we saw some interesting movements in interest rates. They've been historically low for a while, making borrowing cheaper and boosting the buying power of many potential homeowners. However, that trend is changing, and rates started to rise in 2023 and haven't fully stopped. It's like the stone has been thrown and the ripples are starting to spread. Now, higher interest rates mean higher mortgage costs. This impacts affordability for many buyers, especially first-time buyers or those with tight budgets. It can lead to a slowdown in demand, as some potential buyers may choose to delay their home purchase plans. That's ripple number one. Ripple number two hits the sellers. And with fewer buyers in the market, sellers might have to adjust their expectations. Homes might take a little bit longer to sell and price growth could slow down. But remember, a slowdown doesn't mean a stop. We're not expecting prices to drop, just grow at a slower pace. Finally, ripple number three affects the broader economy. Higher interest rates will slow down the economic growth and even bring it to a halt. However, there's also a tool to keep inflation in check, which is critical for maintaining the health of the economy. So what's the bottom line for you? If you're a buyer, it might be a good idea to lock in a price sooner rather than later. And if you're a seller, beware of the changing dynamics and prepare to navigate them with flexibility. And always keep an eye on those ripples. They're a key part of understanding where the market's headed. 3 scenarios for 2023. Ever play that game, What If? It's quite interesting, especially when you apply it to the housing market. So let's play around and consider 3 what-if scenarios for 2023. This will give you a clear idea about what might lie ahead. Scenario number 1, steady as she goes. What if the market trends we observed in 2022 continue into 2023 and beyond? That would mean a steady, albeit slow growth in home prices and a balanced supply and demand. In this case, you as a buyer or seller would have a predictable market to navigate. And that's always a good thing. However, interest rates would stay high for a little longer. Scenario number 2, rate roller coaster. What if inflation gets out of control and interest rates rise? This could lead to a slowing in demand as mortgages become more expensive. And if you're a buyer, this might make affordability an issue. So for sellers, it could mean longer selling times and possibly adjusting expectations. But remember, the roller coaster eventually comes to stop and the market will stabilize. Scenario number 3 is a recession. And when the economy falters, the Federal Reserve will have no choice but to lower the federal funds rate to jumpstart the economy. And places where there's pent-up demand expect a surge in prices. In this case, if you're a buyer, you might face more competition, but you'll also see more options on the market. Sellers, on the other hand, could benefit from faster sales and higher prices. And this is the most likely scenario based on history. These are scenarios, remember, not predictions. And the housing market is influenced by a variety of factors, many which are local and unpredictable. However, by considering these what-if scenarios, you can be better prepared for whatever 2023 brings. So whether you're buying or selling, knowledge is power, and understanding potential scenarios is a great way to arm yourself for the future. Local market variations. Have you ever heard the phrase, all real estate is local? It's not just a saying, it's the truth. And it's something you need to keep in mind as we navigate through 2023. Now, we've been talking about the national housing market, the big picture. But just like the weather, the housing market can vary greatly from one place to another. And what's happening on the national level may not reflect what's happening in your neighborhood or even in your city. And in some areas, you may see a surplus of homes for sale, making it a buyer's market. In others, there may be a shortage, giving sellers the upper hand. Don't forget about the impact of local policies and regulations, which can significantly influence the cost and ease of buying or selling a home. A favorable tax environment or a well-regarded school district can make a particular area more desirable, boosting demand and prices. So as you consider buying or selling in 2023, don't just think the big picture. Look at what's happening right in your backyard. Speak with a local real estate expert, someone who understands the dynamics of your specific market. That's the kind of insight that can make all of the difference. And if you need an expert anywhere in the country, I'm here to help you. Click the link in the description. Guidance for buyers and sellers. So you're considering jumping into the real estate market this year, aren't you? So whether you're a buyer or a seller, you're probably wondering, what does all this mean for me? If you're a buyer, the key to staying informed about local market conditions and interest rates is crucial to understanding that while buying a home is a significant financial decision, it's also a personal one. So don't let market predictions rush you or slow you down. The best time to buy a home is when you're financially ready and it fits your lifestyle. And for sellers out there, remember that even in a buyer's market, well-priced homes in good condition can sell quickly. Your local real estate expert can help you set a competitive price and market your home effectively. So pay attention to what's selling in your area. Take time to make your home stand out. Remember, every buyer and seller situation is unique. What works for one person may not work for another. My advice is to stay informed, stay flexible, and remember, the perfect time to buy a home is when it's right for you. So what's the bottom line, folks? Is 2023 the perfect time for you to make a move in the real estate market? The answer lies in your personal circumstances, your local market conditions, and your financial readiness. The fluctuating real estate market, like any market, presents both challenges and opportunities. It's a dance of timing, preparation, and knowledge. So whether you're a first-time home buyer, a seasoned homeowner looking to upgrade, or someone who's looking to downsize, I'm here to guide you through these dynamic market conditions. Remember, knowledge is power. And the more you understand the market, the better decisions you make, and the more confident you'll be throughout the process. So if you're thinking of making a move in 2023, get in touch with me. Let's talk about your unique situation and let me help you make an informed decision. This is Steve Jolly, your trusted real estate advisor, helping you on the buying and home selling journey. Remember, your dream home is out there, and I'm here to help you make it happen. If you liked the video, click the like button to let us know you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll make sure to answer them. And be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss another episode. Take care and have a good day.